So Bill Burr I host Bobby Kelly's show at the Comedy Cellar, and he did that set, and I was the only woman and white woman on the show. So he just rips into white women, and then he's like, give it up for Gabby or whatever. And I got back up, and I'm like, fuck you, Bill. You just buried me for the rest of the show. By the time it turns 11/11, I'm always like, I want to fall in love this year.
You're like,
please. It's like the most basic wish.
Please, God, I can't.
I hope I find my soulmate this year. Just dead serious in my head.
So we were at the comedy show, and we saw you with Ryan Maher. It was actually really good.
Actually, fun fact about that show, I was also brutally hungover.
When aren't you?
You're like, I pretty much drink 24/7.
Yeah, I'm a bad alcoholic.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, and welcome to the MCM Podcast number 22. My name is Max.
And my name is JR.
And that is one of the sexiest mustaches I've ever seen.
Yes, much better than the one you have.
How long did that take you to grow that, buddy?
I mean, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to peel it off of the piece of paper, so I'd say about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you actually never Venmo'd me for buying that, you fuck, on Amazon. I mean, I've been growing mine. I had a beard before this, mighty beard.
Yeah.
Shaved it. I don't know why I didn't just keep the beard all week. Mm-hmm. Because then I shaved it like earlier in the week, and then I had to make up an excuse as to why I had it. Because every person either felt uncomfortable around me, which it usually happens anyway, and it's either like someone called me French.
You don't.
Would you give me that?
No, terrible.
No,
not even remotely. No.
And then someone came up to me and was like, "Dude, yo, you're sporting Movember." I was like, "That's awesome. What is that?"
Yeah, that was me. I told him that.
No, there was someone else in my work that said that too. You're a fucking liar. No, you're fucking lying.
All right, anyway,
it's for prostate. It's for prostate
awareness.
Prostate cancer awareness. Awesome cause. Yeah, I mean, this mustache, dude. I don't think I can go anywhere near like any local schools around here.
Yeah, there's a huge stigma against like mustaches.
It's fucking weird, dude. I'm not gonna say that we need to get rid of the stigmatism for like mustaches and, you know, sex offenders, but, you know, why can't you rock this and either, you know, look for the 70s porn like look, you know what I'm saying?
I have so many thoughts, so just put a pin in that.
Yeah, this is our guest. Rudely interrupting our intro.
Yeah, Gabby,
disgraceful.
You know what?
Get out of here. We got canceled.
10 a.m. We begged you to be here, but
listen, you can't just start talking and then me having to sit here silently.
Gabby just
talking about mustaches, which is something I'm a savant in knowing about.
All right, this is our guest, Gabby Bryan. Talk about mustaches, please.
Hi. First of all, hi.
Yes.
No,
you know what, Gabby? You come in 5 minutes,
okay.
All right?
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. So Gabby has such a huge background. She's not only a fellow podcaster like us, but she's a stand-up comedian as well. And we actually first met her in Belmar, where she was fucking hilarious. She was on with Ryan Maher, and we were in the crowd, and I was a little pissed because we had our own table there. Ryan spelled my fucking name wrong. It was either him, it said Matt Sobrano.
Matt.
That's offensive.
So many people put my name or say my name. Oh, so it's Matt, right? You hear it over the phone.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming on, of course, today.
I mean, first of all, I have some gripes. If I could start airing some grievances right away.
Tell me.
Complain right off the bat.
Yes, I mean, I'm Jewish, so there will be mostly complaining. First of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah, mostly.
Second of all, it is 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning. To have me do a comedy podcast at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning is domestic terrorism. I am so hungover. I slept 4 hours.
I got you a ring pop, though. I mean,
You got me a ring pop, which is huge and helping. And then I come in here and I'm on camera of all things.
Yes.
And there's a giant TV. You don't know this because you are listening or watching or whatever. Yeah. There's a giant TV that is only my shot, and I look legally deceased. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know,
what if you're like illegally deceased?
It's coronavirus time. You're not supposed to be going out, right?
Well, she could drink at home. She could drink at home, buddy. What the fuck?
Yes, and that's what I was doing, drinking at home.
I mean, what she could do is, this is literally like crack. You could just take the powder inside the baby bottle pop and just go.
Just snort it up.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be the first guest to do that on our podcast.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we do before everyone.
Listen, I would like to kind of go back to the mustache.
Yeah, tell me right now, what do you think?
And also the fact that someone called you French. These are two things that I am hugely passionate about. Being called French is the highest compliment.
Yeah.
In life, all I want to do is be a Parisian girl.
Yes.
And also, mustaches have rounded back and kind of reclaimed their brand as being hot now instead of being sex offenders.
It makes me feel even worse about the fact that I can't grow.
You know what? I'm fucking keeping it. You heard it here first. Tinder, you heard it here first. I'm taking a picture.
All of Tinder that's listening right now, you heard it here first.
I'm making my main pick a mustache pick. And if it fucking falls through, I'm blaming Gabby.
I'll take the blame. But just know it won't fall through.
It won't. It's gonna do great.
I'm confident in this.
You gotta wear some like really like ugly like gold rimmed glasses too.
Oh, yeah.
And wear like a short sleeve button down shirt tucked into your pants. Do that.
I hate to break it to you, that's hot to me.
Ooh.
Also,
You know what?
Gabby likes sex offenders.
You heard it here first. TMZ.
Soundbites. I think you should just lean into the French. Wear a striped turtleneck. You know, carry a baguette.
What about turtlenecks? I feel like they do that shit?
I do.
French people.
Yeah. That's like their whole...
I already have one in my closet. Let's go.
And I made fun of you for wearing it one time.
And guess what? I wore it on the podcast. It was great. I wore it on the podcast. I was going for a very... It doesn't matter. Okay, you know what? You know Pliables, of course?
Pliables, yeah.
So we had the founder on, what was it, a couple months ago, and he's like a big surfer, whatever guy you understand with Pliables. So you know what I said? I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear a wetsuit the entire time we did hilarious. The podcast, and it was so hot, and they could see, you know when I said fuck it, like 10 to 15 minutes in, a bead of sweat was coming down my face, and I said, Rob, I love you, but I gotta take this off. And he's like, Max, I didn't ask you to wear that.
It's all you.
So it was definitely, no, we try and do that each time to make it interesting, because, you know, you come on and I don't know how the mustache relates.
Talking here is not really interesting as it is.
No,
so we have to make ourselves look funny. Just kidding. Right.
Well, we already look pretty funny, but I don't know how mustaches correlate to Gabby, but you do like mustaches.
I like that. I support them.
I didn't know that. We did a background research on you. We did like forewarn your ass, your number. I didn't even have your number, but we didn't find the mustache thing. But
it's not like in print, you know. I'm not. There's no.
You talk about it a lot on your podcast.
I talk about all the things that I believe are hot on my podcast, and mustaches are in that.
We should have listened to it.
You still can.
Unabashed Podcast.
You're trying to roast me, dude? What the hell?
There's so many coming. You have no idea.
Unabashed Podcast. Check it out.
Check it out. Unabashed Podcast. I host it with my best friend, Zach Senior, world-renowned gay, and we just talk about...
Well, I see the bites from it. It is actually very funny.
It's really psychotic, I would describe it. If you're ready for just like so much coming through your ears, listen to it.
Yeah. And you also live with them.
Yes.
Right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did my research here, all right?
Killing
Did my research.
Well, I was going to say, Gabby, here's the problem, okay? Your podcast name is Unabashed.
Yeah.
The problem is, you know, you have some people who just aren't smart enough to know what that word means. And guys like me have to look it up, okay?
Sure.
And I'm like, what the fuck does unabashed mean?
We're really weeding out the dumb, and we're it's immediately finding our audience.
So thank you. So immediately I'm not, you know, a fan of your... Now I am, though, because now I know what it means, but at first I'm just like, you know what? Her and him are way too smart for my own good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we actually have a bone to pick with your podcast because...
Please.
So when coronavirus began, we talked about this several times because Max, you know, blurted out "fuck the Asbury Park Press" one time during a podcast.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Now they don't fuck with us.
They don't like us anymore.
I'll bring them back.
Yeah, but anyway, so they, after we've met with people from the Asbury Park Press several times, like, oh, we want to write an article about you guys. Like, oh, it's gonna be great. Like, we're gonna, you know, really, they're like posting our shit all the time. Mm-hmm. And then they released an article in the beginning of the pandemic, like, New Jersey podcast that you should listen to. And it's funny because yours was on there and ours wasn't.
Mine was on there, and I have to say...
How much you pay them?
$1 million.
Yeah.
Not only is it not a New Jersey-based podcast,
I know.
I haven't lived in New Jersey since I was 18.
Yeah, what the fuck's that about?
Where do you live in New York? Brooklyn?
I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Cool.
I live in Park Slope, Brooklyn, home of the old Jews.
Oh.
So of course
you're going to grow old there. That's what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, I'll die there.
You'll die there, yeah.
I actually live next to 2 synagogues. You have to pass through 2 synagogues to get to my apartment. So it's really a lot of young baby Jews, and then very elderly Jews.
Wow.
I dig it. I mean, that's this
a lot of
area
diversity
a lot
there.
too. with like Deal and everything going on, especially like Long Branch, West Long Branch. You see that a lot.
Yeah. Jews.
Lots
you
of
see
Jews
that a
here.
lot. Jews.
I mean, listen, my dad's like the most non-religious Eastern European Jewish guy you'll ever meet.
Sure.
Last time he was at Temple was when he was 13 for his bar mitzvah.
Sure. He quit right after that.
Yeah, that's about
Me
it.
too.
Understandable.
Honestly.
He loves food too much to separate dairy and eggs, or
Right.
like whatever dairy and meat.
We never did that. I mean, I don't even believe in God. My parents don't believe in God. It's more of a cultural Jewish thing where we just use it as an excuse to
yeah.
complain and
You do your birthright trip?
no.
No, you're like,
Dude,
yeah,
I'm
fuck
not doing
that stuff.
No.
Dude, it's a free trip, bro. To Israel. I'll take free fucking travel. I know travel's so cheap right now.
Yeah,
I did go to Israel last year, and I'll just count that as my birthright.
yeah.
I'm not going to summer camp. I'm 26 years old. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like in,
Never too late.
bunks with people.
Yeah, wet hot American summer. Come
Yeah,
on.
come on.
Yes, that's what birthright is.
That's
That
what
hot
it's
American
exactly
summer.
what it's
That's
like.
exactly it.
That's what they told me when I gave him like $5,000 to like for some guy to like get me on the list. So,
right.
yeah. So we want to go back into stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
of
Okay.
course. So we were at the comedy show,
Yeah.
and we saw
Very
you
funny.
with Ryan Marr. It was actually really good. I forget the other guy.
What was that one guy's name? He was talking. I think he was
Ken.
talking about like
could be
sex offenders or something. I don't know what he was talking
Ken
about.
Krantz. Shout out.
I think that was
It
him.
could be.
He was really funny.
But
too.
you guys
He's
just
great.
what I liked is you guys don't give a fuck, and especially with your stuff. Is there a limit with where your jokes can go?
Here, actually, fun fact about that show: I was also brutally hungover.
Uh-huh.
When aren't you?
Kind
You're
of.
like,
it's-
I pretty much drink 24/7.
Yeah, I'm a bad alcoholic. I was so hungover before that show. I had the shakes. Like it was, I didn't know I was going to show up, and I did literally 35 minutes of stand up. I'm shocked I was like functioning. But do I have a limit? No.
Yeah.
When you do stand up, and I've only been doing it for 5 years, so I'm in the scheme of stand up. That is like a baby,
Yeah.
5 years.
which is crazy.
Yeah,
Peop-
5 years sounds like it's a half a decade. Jesus.
Yeah, and people are like, that is like nothing. When you do it for so long, you can't, like, I can't control what comes out of my mouth anymore in any situation. I have no filter. I don't even listen when I talk sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, words are coming out. What could they be?
Okay.
So you lose any shame, any inhibition. You just start talking about your asshole at brunch. Like there's no...
Sipping mimosas, talking about assholes.
Yeah, and then when there's a microphone even around me, I'm like revealing my deepest, darkest, weirdest shit right away.
Yeah.
So no, there's no limit.
What,
that being said, I'm not like racist on stage like that.
Yeah.
There sometimes people go in the wrong direction
Sure.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm more like personal reveals.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I because when we had Ryan on, I asked him a question. I know it's a tough question, especially for a stand-up comedian to answer. But like, who do you feel when you watch like you think is doing it best? Because I know it's very, very like subjective. But
Yeah.
Of course.
but is there anyone you watch right now or anyone like recent that you just watch and you're like that person like hasn't?
I think, well, my comedy mentor is Bobby Kelly, who's like, I believe literally the best live stand-up ever. There's like a phrase at the Comedy Cellar, which is the biggest club like in the world, and it's like, no one kills like Bobby kills. He is the best stand-up comedian, like the fastest, the most insane crowd work. He's a genius, but like that, you know, like let's say a famous comic, I think John Mulaney is a genius.
He's great.
Because he's so unique. Like, everyone jokes about the same things. It's like their life, sex, politics, a random weird story, right?
Okay.
John Mulaney will take the most average topic and make it the weirdest. Like, he has a bit about the robot test, you know, online where you try to get in your email and it's like a robot test.
Yeah.
And he made it into like a weird folk tale. Like, when you could take stand-up, I feel like, is taking a normal thing that we all see and making it, like, elevating it beyond belief. And I think John Mulaney does it the best.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I just saw Bill Burr.
Yeah, we
in
saw
Ocean
Bill
Board.
Burr.
He's great.
Yeah, what did you think about the SNL thing that happened where he just shit on white women?
Okay, so Bill Burr did... I host Bobby Kelly's show at the Comedy Cellar.
Okay.
And Bill and him are best friends, and he does our show a lot.
Yeah.
And he did that set,
Yeah.
like, brand new when I was hosting, and I was the only woman and white woman on the show. I was hosting it. So he just rips into white women and then he's like, give it up for Gabby or whatever. And I got back up and I'm like, fuck you, Bill. You just buried me for the rest of the show. But I mean, white women are garbage, famously. So I'll take it any day.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, that's the thing about him, is he does say really, really harsh shit like that, but it's not like anything he said wasn't true.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's true.
If you can't look at your people and think, like, you are two white guys. I mean, what a history of horrible.
We've done great things.
You have been,
especially with that stash, dude.
Literally, people who look like you have done horrible things.
Hitler's dream right here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes. Christ.
Me too.
I'm on the other side of that. Yeah. Hitler no like me.
Hitler no like you.
Hitler no like me. That's what the Jews said when Nazis burst into their house. They go, like me. Hitler no like me.
He no like me.
Yeah, you just have to look at your people, especially as white people, and be like, we've not done anything good. So let's just you got to take the jokes.
Well, if you give them, you have to take them. That's what, like, I always hate when people who are the comedians, or even not even that, like influencers, who are always like talk shit online, and then when someone says one bad thing, oh my god, I'm being like, I'm the victim here.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you take a roast.
I don't think white women would get as much shit as they do if they weren't the first people to, tell people that what they're saying is offensive to other races or other people. Like, I feel like white men are like the people who are like, they see something offensive, like, like they tell other people what that should be offended, what they should be offended by.
Which is white woman privilege. White women, I mean, listen, we deal with sexism, sure, it's bad. Mm-hmm. But like, white women, our privilege is to walk into a situation and be like, you're fucked up, you look ugly, that is bad. Like, that our culture is like to be like, I could do whatever I want, and also I'm going to tell you what I think. Like, that is the white woman privilege and our downfall.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen it on our page, so we obviously make memes.
Oh my god, are you going to talk? I know you're going to say, right, the commenter?
The commenter.
You got a troll?
Well, one of the trolls.
It's not even a troll. It's totally serious about
like
it.
Different towns in Monmouth County, I did maps of each one. So in Cold Snack, I wrote in one part, hella Italians live in Cold Snack.
Yeah, that's
everyone
my hometown.
Thought it was fucking funny. Then in Homedale, unfortunately, or so my friends, and it's true, there's this big section where there's a lot of Asian people. So I wrote, hella Asian people live here. Not that I'm like anything fucking worse. I didn't say anything bad. I just said a lot of Asian people live here. It's a freaking fact.
Asian community is here.
Whatever. So this one girl commented really quickly, and this post started blowing up. She was like, that's offensive, this and that. So I was quick on it, very quick. I wrote to her, I was like, wow, like, well, you didn't have a problem with me saying, like, oppressing, like, Italian people in my last post, but you're offended by this one. And then thank God I did that early, because I nipped in the butt that, honestly, all my followers kind of shit at her. This one Asian,
she asked us
this
to
one Asian dude
down.
got like 100 likes. She was like, dude, I'm Asian and I'm not even offended, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, and
it's so funny because it's like, that's a classic case of PC police,
Yeah.
where people are like, you said the word Asian, and it's like,
How dare.
Asian people are Asian,
Yeah,
and then
I
they
know.
look at that and they're like, you know what, I'm Asian and I live in Homedale.
Well,
like,
yeah.
there's no like racist commentary on being like, Asian people live here.
Yeah.
If you were like, fucking Asian people suck and they live here,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
would be like, whoa.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's different.
But you're going to use that as a soundbite and ruin my career. By the way.
Asian people suck. Like,
bam.
that's going to be like, we have like a 10-second
Bryan,
intro. That's going to be the only thing. Asian people suck. And
I'm
they're like,
immediately
welcome to the
canceled.
MCM.
It's just the Hitler thing, Asian
Yeah.
people.
No, but the worst part is, and that was like the first thing she did. That was like 5 months ago. It was a while ago, right? Now,
Why don't you just block her?
because, we don't, whatever. But anyway, so she does something again recently. Max makes a post. And you know what? I did this too. I did this shit too sometimes. Like, some of the memes are directed at everyone. Some are directed at guys from Monmouth County. Some of them are directed at girls from Monmouth County. Like, when I make jokes about, like, Rook and girls post them on their Instagram, it's about girls. Like,
More
guys don't really do
drink
that.
Rook than
And
guys do.
no, it's not like, it's like, no, the joke I made one time was like, girls, when they like wake up in the morning and need something to post on their story, they go to Rook, like,
That's
post
funny.
pictures.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And
God, I miss New Jersey.
so Max made
you
a
gotta
post.
spend some time.
Yeah, exactly. Max made a post about a girl, and she was like, I'd like to see some memes about guys on this page. And we were like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Well,
like,
I wrote to her, I was like,
I mean-
honey, like, all my last posts, like, were
all guys. Like,
guys.
it's like,
Also, like, you're two guys running an Instagram. If there was like fuck men content on there, I'd be like, what is this phony shit? You know, like, you still are. It's not a feminist page. I mean,
No.
you should be feminist, but like, And maybe you are. I don't know. I don't care. But
I
like,
hate women.
Yeah.
so do I. We shouldn't vote. We shouldn't vote.
Shut up, woman.
No, it's like there's gonna be.
That's a new soundbite.
We're all
That's a
getting
meme
canceled
right
for
there.
this.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Crimson Chin just saying, like, shut up. Keep
Oh my
going.
God, the Crimson Chin.
You remember him? Now, we follow this really shitty meme page. And honestly, Gabby, I'm just going to send it to you. He has 600 followers and he is following like 10,000 people.
He's got like
so he's like
15,000
not
posts.
successful at all.
Sure.
But he's this kid that steals other people's things. But I have to give it to him, like, for not quitting. And he posts the dumbest shit ever. But me and my friends all sent it to each other.
Was it?
He's definitely
yo,
like a
this
13-year-old high
It's
school
yo,
kid.
this account fucking blows,
It's
right?
yo, this
Yeah.
account fucking shout out, dude.
hilarious.
I fucking love you. So we want to get into other things.
Okay.
Do you want to ask her the main
Oh,
question?
yeah. All right,
Oh, there's
here
a
we go.
main
This
question.
is the main
Yeah,
question.
get ready.
I'm
So,
sweating.
so what was it like growing up and your dad being a member of the second most popular New Jersey rock band,
What's the first?
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band?
Okay. My family's mad at you.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say, how does it feel, like, with your dad being Bruce Springsteen? Like, that's pretty sick, and see how that goes.
What if I just literally was
whipped.
like, I'm Jessica Springsteen. I'm really into horses. Like, I just
Like I am.
from now on,
like,
I
I'm
take
horse
on that
that?
character.
You should, yeah. See what happens.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually am wearing a sweatshirt that does say Jovi
I know.
Angel. And
You think I could read?
I mean, it's like there.
I don't know. That doesn't really look like a G
It's
to me. I'm kind of
loosely a
confused.
J. So every time I come home, my dad like goes through all of the weird old merch we have in our garage, and he gives me the weird stuff because I'll never wear like a straight up Bon Jovi T-shirt. That would be. I would be shot and killed. But like, I want the weird off-brand merch that you have to look at and be like, is
What
that
the fuck is that?
What is
Like
does
it's
that say
retro
Jovi
shit?
Angel? What does that even mean?
You toured a lot with them as a kid?
Yeah, I grew up on tour
Awesome.
till I was like, till we went to school basically, and then we
Okay.
would just go every summer.
That's sick.
I mean,
How was that on you?
it was fun.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's so weird to talk about because I don't think about it that much. I mean, it's hilarious to grow up in a small Guido town in New Jersey and then also be on tour. Like it was very Hannah Montana, if that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Oh my God.
So you wore a wig in your normal life.
Yeah, and I had a sparkling microphone and I sang on stage. And I'm a pop star.
Wow.
Just coming out now.
But my
Can I
dad
be
is the
Billy
best
Ray
person.
Cyrus?
Yes. I actually, when I was growing up, when Hannah Montana came out, I asked my dad, I was like, listen, my siblings, they don't have it. They don't have what it takes.
They don't.
I think you and I move to LA, fucking pop off. Start the
do
second
it.
Hannah Montana. Billy Ray? Who the hell is that? It's
Yeah,
you
fuck-
and me, baby.
fuck Billy Ray, that
And he
piece of
said,
shit
absolutely
father.
not.
Jesus Christ. Back.
He is. They said he was like a bad father during the show. And that's why she's like going off. Actually, she makes good music now.
Miley is it for me.
Right? Isn't she awesome?
She's the best. She has an incredible
Is she
voice.
still with the Hemsworth?
No, they broke
No.
up.
Yeah.
Really?
And I have a hunch that he was emotionally abusive.
Really? That
Yeah. I don't
fucking
trust him
Aussie
anymore.
piece of shit.
That being said, Liam, if you are listening, I am single and I'm ready, baby.
I
Let's do this.
definitely
I'd
like.
fuck it.
I definitely
Alright,
think
come on
Chris.
now.
I definitely think Chris Hemsworth is a lot cooler than Liam Hemsworth.
I disagree.
No,
Really?
Chris is the best.
I
He's
think
fucking
Chris
funny.
is too classically hot. Like, he's almost too shredded, where Liam is giving me, like, he's sulking in a way that I'm interested in. Like, he reads a book and, like, gets too into it. You know what I mean? And that's something that I believe is hot.
Yes, and for me, I'm not looking at it from like how hot is he perspective. I just.
I
think
mean,
Chris
you
is
are
funny.
like somewhat.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
whole part of it.
I mean,
Are you
like
going by personality?
Yeah,
We're talking about the Hemsworth.
No, Chris,
Yeah, come on, dude.
Chris Hemsworth is actually fucking funny though.
he has been in the later Marvel.
But did you
movies.
see Liam Hemsworth in Workaholics?
Okay,
No.
that show is banging.
I did
He
not.
was
The best.
in that show.
He was on that show for like a season, and he was so funny.
I didn't know that. Now I have to watch. Now I have to go out and watch that. Maybe I have to change my opinion.
You know, I actually
why I'm
have to
here.
watch that. Well, I feel like he was in a few movies with. I'm probably saying the wrong person. I feel like he was in one with Zac Efron, or that could be someone else, like Miles Teller. There's like another one. Where
I
they're
hate
like,
Miles Teller.
Really?
You ever
I
see
think he's bad at acting.
You ever see Whiplash though?
Whiplash
Yeah,
is a great
and
movie.
I thought Whiplash was bad, and people
Whoa!
people around the world hate me for that.
What?
That's a hot.
I
take.
love that movie.
I think it was so. I was like,
Tell me what you don't
What,
like.
is he,
about
what
it.
does he say? Not my beat.
Not my fucking tempo.
Yeah, not my tempo.
yeah, yawn, cool. Whoever thought about making a movie about jazz drummers? What a fucking boring topic, A of all. I get it. You're good at drums.
Did Damn. So all you jazz drummers out there,
Fuck yourself.
fucking pussies,
That
according
being
to Gabby
said,
Bryan.
I think drummers are hot, so I'm rounding back
But
to
not
that.
if they're jazz drummers.
I thought the movie was boring. And but, I mean, it wasn't horrible, but
Yeah.
people were all like, this fucking movie. No.
respectfully disagree.
I'm going to get canceled for that. Of all the things
that's gonna
we
be
said,
that will
that's
be the
gonna
main
thing.
sound.
Yeah, like forget the
that's
Hitler
it.
shit.
So hard not to look at my face in this giant fucking
it's
movie
like a
television.
55
Also,
TV
it's actually
too.
going to get even better because JR and me are a little bit in this, so I'm going to zoom in more, and it's
Yeah.
just going to be like, I'm just going to
Even
do
closer.
your face. Forget the shirt, just
Yeah.
your face.
Just
Yeah.
do the shirt, please.
Zoom in on the shirt.
I
Nothing
can't
else.
get enough of the shirt. Also, the threading on the shirt is like sparkly. It's like it's bat mitzvah merch is what I'm serving.
That's a great outfit you're wearing. I
Thanks.
mean, the shirt and hat combo, you definitely just picked that out at Kohl's yesterday.
You look like an ASOS guy.
Yeah, that was the whole intention. I have no idea what ASOS is, but
You'll know.
Yeah.
I mean, ASOS is an ASOS style is a lot of like monochromatic. The fact that the hat matches the shirt, the mustache. Let's take that out of this for a second.
Yeah.
It matches the eyes in a way. You're serving us a full blue look.
yes. Well, I do wear a lot of blue.
That's great.
Specifically,
yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should keep
it's all
doing that,
intentional.
buddy. You care so
Stay
much.
on blue. Blue is working.
Do you like my shirt, though?
What does it say?
Ghislaine Maxwell for City Council, Asbury Park. Now, a lot of you might think this is a joke. Actually, it's not, because there's a City of Asbury Park Facebook page, and I follow it very much. And this is one of the things that I'm here to support.
My shirt says Jovi Angel, and I'm here to support angels.
Not Bon Jovi.
Not Bon Jovi. This is not about them right now. This is about me
Not
and
sex-
me being an angel.
Not sex traffickers like Ghislaine Maxwell.
Are you making that statement, or is that true?
No, I mean, she did that. I mean, dude.
I'm,
do you
I'm not involved.
So you're one of those people that thinks Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
I watched, my mom forced me to watch the Epstein documentaries while we were
it was
running
good.
on ellipticals. And literally, I went into, there's a gym in my basement, and I went downstairs, and my mom is working out, dead serious, to Silence and the Jeffrey Epstein documentary. And I was like, you've killed before, and you'll kill again, first of all. It was, and I can't, like, that documentary, working out to that was the weirdest feeling ever.
know.
It was so unmotivational. And my mom would just like be on the elliptical and turn to me and be like, I would never let this happen to you. And I'm like, the fact that you said that means you would.
Wow.
Like, yeah, no, that is kind of strange. Like, I can't imagine actually like being like, oh, this is like so tiring. I want to stop. Never mind.
No,
Jeffrey
I'm-
Epstein wants me to keep going.
I'm
like,
fueled by Jeffrey Epstein and these girls getting raped.
pedophile
it's
island
making
is
me
like
wanna
your
burn calories.
mental goal. Like,
Yeah,
you need to
I
get
need
there.
that. If I get jacked, I get to go to Pedophile Island.
Yes.
No, do you know? You obviously know what the Onion is, correct?
Yeah.
So basically, there's this page on Facebook where it's similar to that, but for Asbury Park. And these guys made it, and it's really all the older people, like 50 and 60-year-olds, that think it's real. So they're literally like a page where they post stuff about Asbury Park, and it looks like the official page. And they're even broadcasting that there's a whale eating contest going on in Asbury Park where they're going to kill a whale, have it washed up on the beach. And it's like they did in 1920. And now everyone just gets to go up and eat the whale.
Oh my
and now
God.
people think it's real. They're like, oh my God, Asbury Park is going to shit. And also with this, like Ghislaine Maxwell, they're like, everyone, Ghislaine Maxwell is running for city council. Are you ready? And people were like, one guy was like, I'm actually ready for that. She knows what she's doing. She's very organized or something like that. And then I saw this shirt and I was like, bro, I have to. I got to support the cause.
That's so funny.
Of course, I'm not here to support that girl. I mean, she's definitely fucking going to jail. I know she's still on trial.
Yeah, well,
But-
she's supposed to testify and talk.
Am
about
I being a
stuff.
bitch? Who are we talking about?
Jeffrey Epstein?
The girlfriend.
Yeah,
It's
This is
like
the
his
girlfriend.
accomplice.
Yeah.
His accomplice.
Oh, yeah. She is in jail.
yeah.
She is?
She's
Okay.
already in jail. It's just she was supposed to testify. So Hillary Clinton's going to kill her, obviously.
Oh no, she's done.
She will be killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she.
But I
yeah.
can't believe she hasn't been killed yet.
Yeah,
Right? Because there's so many powerful
because
people.
she's
whether
Clintons,
the
it's because she's a
Trumps.
white woman.
Yeah, privilege.
Yeah. If Epstein was a white woman, he would be killed.
Yeah, he'd still be alive.
He would have like 5
No,
more days.
rewind that. Take it back.
So you've performed at so many venues. I was looking it up. The Comedy Cellar, world famous Comedy Store. Is there a certain story that you have from one of these places that resonates with you?
Oh, I performed at the Comedy Store in London once. And I was like, oh, I'm in London. I had never seen stand-up in London, but I was like, oh, I'm going to do all my smart jokes because British people are intellectuals.
Yeah.
Just sweeping statements in my mind. And I was
Blimey,
like,
mate.
Blimey. And I did all Jew jokes and like jokes about religion, which was like my smart stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I was not getting laughs in a way that was offensive to me. And I was like, are there any Jews in the audience? And I just heard my dad go, woo! And there are 0 Jews. I literally bombed my ass off. Because they were like, just do sex jokes. I just should have done dirty sex jokes like every other comic. And I was like, I'm going to prove that I'm smart. And I failed miserably, and I'll never do that again.
Turns out all you had to do to make them laugh is say the C word.
Cunt.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the first laugh I got was like 3 minutes in, and I called the 2 girls in the front row sluts, and then people were like, oh, now we're talking. It was brutal. That's what the whole story.
Yeah.
I just bit off like a whole chunk of this shit.
This
You my teeth.
That baby bottle.
Yeah.
Baby bottle pop.
Baby bottle pop.
I don't know the rest of the fucking song, but I'm wearing a fucking Jeffrey Epstein shirt.
That's my, I don't really have a lot of like
Yeah.
stories.
Like,
other than
basically,
just,
my career is boring as fuck.
It's boring. I mean, you just get on stage. The crazy shit happens when you're, I guess, on stage. But I have no stories about a venue.
You got a lot of, have any, like, heckling stories? Like, people giving you a hard time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love hecklers because I'm a psycho. So if someone's heckling me, I will abandon my set and just talk to them.
Yeah.
And that always does make it worse, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
In a way that I love. Like, I like chaos on stage. I like when the audience is in a psychotic mood and you could feel that and they get rowdy. And no other comic, like comics famously hate that. That is something I'd rather, I think somewhere in my heart, I'm like a motivational speaker and I want to be in the crowd with a wireless microphone talking to everyone, you know? So one time I was at the Creek in the Cave, which is a club in Long Island City.
Okay.
And I was on stage and there was like a couple in the front row and the woman got up and went to the bathroom and I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, so what's going on? Tell me about the date, whatever.
Sure.
And he's like, you know what? She's a lot uglier in person than she was on the dating app. And I was like, did you just say that out loud?
Yeah.
What a fucking
What an
bastard.
asshole.
And he's like, real Guido Long Island piece of shit. And I was like, oh, I'm telling her the moment she gets back in here. And she walked back in and he got up and went to the bathroom. And I was like, hey, so that guy was talking shit about you. We all agree that you're too good for him. Like all the girls in the audience were like, woo! And she got up and left while he was in the bathroom. And the guy came back out and sat there for like 30 minutes without knowing, just kind of like looking around for her. And we just shit on him for the rest of the show and he
piece
left
of
it.
shit.
It was amazing.
Nice.
I mean, I think, do you ever start your set out with testing the crowd with a joke? I feel like I see a lot of comedians do that to kind of see, what's going to work that night.
Yeah, 100%. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you when you start doing stand-up for a while, like in the beginning you have your set and you'll just do your set.
Okay.
Now when you, at least for me, I walk into a venue, I look at the demographic, I'm like feeling the energy, I'm like, what's going to work? Is it going to be sex jokes first? Is it going to be blah, blah, blah jokes first? Like what, you just like kind of feel it out and then you build your set in your head.
Okay.
You know, because you have such a mass amount of jokes where you're like, okay, I could figure out what you want and then kind of like ride that wave, you know?
What's the longest you've ever done?
But literally in Belmar was the longest I've ever done.
That seems
I
so
did like
scary.
37 minutes or something.
Does it seem like hours?
No, it flies.
Really?
I
Well, because
feel-
it's so fun.
Yeah.
So you're just up there vibing, you're having the best time, and then it flies.
Well, I'm sure when you get started, it must feel like but you're
But you've
5
been doing
years
it for
in,
5 years,
so
yeah. So you probably
The
have some
jitters
sort
are
of-
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the jitters before,
Yeah.
and then once the moment a microphone is in my hand, it's all
Yeah, you're
gone.
good.
it's like in sports, like you just like the first play of the game, like you just gotta like kick the ball or get a shot
Yep.
up, and then you're good. But until that point, you're just all tense.
Once you get your first laugh, you're fucking going, you know?
Yeah.
So I just try to immediately get laughs.
Okay. Do you have a favorite comedian, JR? Would you say?
Yeah, probably Dave Chappelle.
Really?
Yeah, I like Dave Chappelle. I used to watch I watched the Chappelle Show a lot as a kid, so
Yeah,
I've always
it's
really liked him. And then when he went off the radar for a long time, that sucked. But since he's come back, I mean,
Well, his latest special was torn apart by critics, but fans loved it.
well,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was so funny.
It
I
was.
don't understand. I don't know. I mean,
He's
says
controversial.
he's controversial. He says
On
shit.
purpose.
Yeah, that's the whole point. He says shit that is gonna, get under people's skin.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Like one of my favorite lines was when he was talking about the opioid. He always talks about the opioid epidemic now. He's like, must have been terrible. He's like, now we can understand how white people felt when the black community was going through the crack epidemic, because I don't care either. It's like shit like that. Like, it's fucking great. I don't know. I think he's hilarious. I've always been a huge fan of him.
You have to go into it
Yeah.
knowing that he will make you uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and that's the funny of it all.
Yeah.
But I also think that stand-up got so hot where everyone's watching stand-up, and not everyone is a stand-up fan, you know? Like, not everyone has the brain to watch stand-up. You
Yeah.
have to know that you're going to hear some fucked up shit, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Where it's
No,
like
of
there's a
course.
lot of PC warriors, PC angels, if you will, watching stand-up and being like, this is mean, this is offensive, and you're like, yeah.
And that's
the
the
whole
thing. One of the biggest discussions when Dave Chappelle is on Rotten Tomatoes, he had a 30 out of 100 or something.
And then when
that
the
one
fans
special,
were able
the
to-
fans gave it a 98 or something. But the whole thing was people were comparing it to there's this one, because some comedians I think have jumped onto the idea that not everyone wants to be offended, and some comedians I feel like are doing really watered down stuff. And they showed that they were comparing Dave Chappelle's special to this one woman's special, which was it was all really politically correct stuff
Hannah Gadsby.
Probably. And she had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and then a 30% from fans and stuff like that. And it's just I don't know. I feel like
Fuck the critics, because they don't speak for the general masses. They really don't.
Of course, but also if you want clean humor,
yeah.
absolutely. Clean humor can be. Ellen is the most famous clean comic ever, and she's a fucking
Bill
genius.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Before all the allegations.
Bill Cosby's so clean, squeaky clean.
Well-
I mean, there's a stand-up for everyone,
Yeah.
and non-offensive humor is also hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well,
I'm not trying to shit on anyone at all. I'm just saying it's just funny that
you know
the way.
who's the
yeah.
best stand-up comic that's not offensive? Stephen Wright. Just with those
Yeah,
quippy
I haven't watched a lot
one-liners,
of Stephen Wright,
but
honestly.
just little things talking.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my favorite right now, who's the opposite of that, who actually has
Talking
gotten
about
worse.
Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah, he's so brutally funny.
He's so brutal where he'll just start out the set with a heavy rape joke, and
Yeah.
he does that in different
Thick
places.
rape joke.
Just a thick rape joke, just to start. And he's like, "Guys, I got 3 or 4 more more of these going throughout the show. So this was the least worst, and the first one was horrible.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But of course, then there's other people. You got to test the waters. And me and Jared were talking about this, where you gotta pick a side. I feel like where you can't be in the middle, where you might tell one. I don't know. It's difficult where you're either kind of offensive, but you can't be PC at the same time. I feel like you got to pick a lane. What do you think?
You just gotta do whatever is funny to you.
Yeah.
Anthony Jeselnik has a dark sense of humor, so his shit's dark.
Yeah.
And he does it with a smile.
It's amazing.
the worst thing.
Hannah Gadsby, I mean, I've only watched pieces of her special, but she's clean, so she does clean political stuff, and that's funny to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's as a comedy fan, you need to pick what you like and run with that. If you're I love all stand up, and then it's all different,
Yeah. The one thing I will say is that, you'll have that divide between critics and fans, but between stand-up comedians for the most part. When that shit was happening to Dave Chappelle, even clean comedians were in his defense. I mean, what the fuck? He even says, I've met some racist comedians that I could sit down and talk to and compare, or even though I know that they don't like black people, I can still sit down and talk to them about their material and learn something from them.
Right.
Even if you don't agree with them, they're all you guys are all kind of in your own community. You guys support each other, which is really cool.
right? For the most part, it's very supportive, and people understand the rules of comedy, which is there are no rules. But also, if you're a piece of shit and you're saying like when I started comedy, it was mostly guys, and guys are bad and stupid and.
We're terrible.
Horrible things
Piece
come out of
of
your
shit.
mouth. And
Irredeemable.
But guys would just make horrible rape jokes or horrible racist jokes, and you're like, oh, you can't make horrible jokes and then they're not funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you take race and find the nuance of it and make a really funny racist joke that is the intention is good behind it, that's comedy.
Yeah.
If you're just spewing racist, sexist bullshit, you're not a comedian. You're a piece of shit.
You are. And
You're you're doing a TED Talk.
Dave Chappelle is the best at that, doing like funny kind of different stuff about races, and he's not afraid to get into ethnicity and whatnot, talking about Native Americans. He's like, I thought you motherfuckers were dead, like when he went to go to New Mexico, but it's fucking hilarious, and you see people in the audience, black, white, anything, so you know,
because you know he's not a piece of shit. You know the intention behind it is not to be like fuck Native Americans. He's like, another soundbite for you. He's like, let's all agree to roast everyone. You know, and that's comedy. That being said, it's not always done well.
Yeah, I love the one joke he was trying to. I mean, people really hated this in the last special, but the joke where he was comparing, transgender people to
that was controversial.
Yeah, if it'd be like if I just decided I was Asian one day, and he was like, "But you're not Asian, you're black." He's like, but this how I feel on the inside. Like he just like, but then again, it's like he's like always talks. It's like my wife always tells me not to tell that joke because his wife's Asian. She's like, I hate that fucking joke. But it's like
that joke really split the comedy community hard.
I thought it was kind of funny.
I mean, I think, but here's the thing: when you're from New Jersey, you think fucked up shit is funny. Like our sense of humor is fucked up.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, that made me really laugh, and then I would talk to trans friends of mine, and they were like, this is the problems with it, and I was like, oh, you're absolutely right. So it's like, there is a fine fucking line.
Sure.
And people are allowed to be offended.
Yeah.
People are allowed to also not be offended.
Well, it's your comedy, and while you do it, we come to see you at a comedy show. Just because we like you doesn't mean someone else might. You're never like that's. That being
said, everyone likes me. So.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, that's hard to do, and that's as if you're an entertainer like you, comedy, even like people on YouTube. The biggest thing to get through, and even with me at first, was not everyone is gonna like you, and it hurts at first, and it takes a while to get over it. But for the people that do like you, that and the compliments that you get, is worth 10 million times more.
Right. I mean, it's comedy. It's not fucking rocket science.
Yeah. When we saw Bill Burr at Blue Grotto, people in the front were...
they got kicked. They
got kicked out.
I love
when
that.
he was telling the
the
joke about white women.
It was these white women.
They were like constantly saying shit.
They were heckling.
He fucking went at them. It was so funny.
He was going at him for 10 minutes, and then they were drunk, and they wouldn't shut up, and he was just trying to do his special. Like, he was done with the white woman part.
And he was still going, and they were still giving him a hard time.
Yeah, and he was like, honestly, just I gave you 10 chances. Given, he did. He was fucking fair.
Right.
Get the fuck out.
Well, you also, those are not comedy fans. If you are heckling... Mm-hmm. More than once. Like, sometimes someone will say one thing out of your mouth and you're like, oh, that's kind of funny. But for the comic, because you're like, I'll take that and run. Yeah. But if you speak out loud at a comedy show, you are not a comedy fan. You don't know how this works. Yeah. If you start talking, you're out. Yeah. Like, it's fucking not a goddamn collaboration. Yeah. Someone is writing things and then saying things. You're not allowed to be a part of it. Yeah. Your point is to sit back and laugh.
Well, I get pissed at that because I paid fucking money to see you, not for some fucking plumber in the audience, like, taking his time off drinking beer. Just literally, you kind of look like a plumber.
I look like Luigi.
Like a cartoon plumber.
Luigi right now. Yeah.
Italiano.
Yeah, Italiano.
So how do you feel like right now? I mean, Saturday morning, we were saying to Gabby, we could have done this any other time during the week.
This is so mean.
We don't do anything else.
This is like mean.
Yeah, we don't have any life, so it's like we've only had like 2 or 3 podcasts at night. It's not like everyone else gets the night time slot except for you, because that would be sexist.
This is offensive.
Yeah, we're not sexist here at MCM.
No, they are not. No. And that's my stamp of approval.
Yeah, the girl that loves, or said she loved the other various sound bites. I don't know what we're going to throw in there.
Yeah, something about Bill Cosby, I think.
Yeah, Bill Cosby lover.
I love Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby
I have seen Bill Cosby before, and it was pretty shocking when you found that shit out about him. That was kind of crazy. Because he used to always...
I mean, men are, like I said before, men are garbage, piece of shit, bad at it. Bad at it. And by it, I mean life.
Yeah, I suck at life.
Yeah. And women can't. I mean, Ellen, forget it. She has never, ever raised her voice in a single person.
I actually want to talk about this.
Oh, wait, I'm not up to date on all the Ellen drama. Well, I know she's been called out for being a bitch.
Yeah, she's terrible.
I completely think it did happen, because let me tell you, Gabby, you're a nice person, but you're sarcastic as shit. And I'm like, the people that act... so nice. They're hiding something. So Ellen, for 20 years, has been the most picture-perfect, squeaky-clean, fucking nice comedian.
Yeah, like
You're going
Bill
to tell me she
Cosby.
isn't a bitch behind the scenes?
Like Bill
My
Cosby.
ass.
Bill Cosby was like, he was the things that he did for the black community was a huge deal. Like everybody loved him. He's a token like good father like figure, and then he's like, I drug women all the time.
I heard James Corden is like a fucking horrible guy.
I also heard that.
James
I can believe it
Corden,
because
Yeah.
like he's
Heard that.
acting like the nicest person in the world.
He's such a piece of shit. There's like PAs and everyone
People
there.
are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Like 99% of humanity is a piece of shit.
Yeah, like me.
Like me.
I mean, the mustache
Especially
adds
you,
like
though.
5 points. I'm a piece of shit to him because he's not a good friend, but that's a different story.
Okay.
We've known each
very
other for like
racist.
15 years, but
Yeah.
I'm a shitty friend.
I love that.
Extremely.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
So as far as with quarantine still going on, what do you have, set for, obviously shows aren't going on. Are you just continuing to do the podcasts and everything?
We're still doing the podcast. I do Unabashed and I do YKWd with Bobby Kelly.
Awesome.
And yeah, there's been actually a lot of outdoor shows in New York, so I'm still doing those. Cool. And slowly stuff is coming inside.
Do them in Jersey.
Yeah.
I know.
Do
I
it
was
in
going to do
Jersey.
a couple shows in
We'll
New
come
Jersey.
out
and I
again. We'll post on our
forgot.
story. We'll tell everyone to come out. Come on.
I love that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Comedy will come back. Come on.
Well, considering what's the average age of our following on Instagram?
No, it's gone up. It's gone up. The
gone up?
podcast is up.
It used to be
But
pretty
it's
low.
like
it was like
the average age
14
used to
to
be
18. It was
like
like 14 to 18 or
Oh
something.
my God.
yeah, very
Yeah.
young.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, we were making jokes about high school, so
Right.
The podcast
that's why he didn't
is
want to come
older.
out because he was like, I'm too old to be making jokes about high school. So and he was like, I don't want people to know it's me.
Well, I still,
Whatever.
it doesn't matter.
You're like,
mean,
I still do care.
I was gonna say something else. Yeah, I did high school.
Oh my God.
She's gonna graduate in a couple years. It's cool.
Have you ever been in your hometown? Sometimes I'm like, I'll like drive to Dunkin' Donuts and then I get this feeling where I'm like, I'm late to school. Do you know what I mean? Like,
still
I'll
living
just be
there,
driving
right?
and I'm like, oh my God, I should be in class right now.
Right.
Is there like a weird feeling that comes over me?
Yeah, it's almost like I'm gonna live and die here and then never reach any of my goals and aspirations. But I don't know about.
Sad.
That's kind of depressing.
Sad.
Yeah, it's like you should talk to someone.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about.
You're depressed, buddy.
He's laughing, but it's the truth.
He's crying. He's actually
Hello,
crying.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
A
Oh my
slow
God, we
zoom.
put that in this. I put that in one of our podcasts one time. The entire thing got like copies.
Yeah, because JR usually
2 seconds of the song.
he usually plays like the aloof guy in the podcast where he just doesn't give a shit. He's getting better at that, of course.
Better
Very
at
good.
what?
Better at being
Like more
giving
engaged.
less shits. Yeah.
Engaged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he usually.
I'm not getting aloof. I feel like you're in. You're in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thank you. We talked about that last time.
He was
We
complaining
briefed.
because he's like, "Yo, you're giving me too hard of a time."
No, I'm not.
I almost said because you said something that didn't make any sense. I just looked away. I didn't say anything.
Well, no, because I'll like be into like I'll be talking to guests and I'll like look to Jared to say something, and then Jared's like looking at his phone. There's been a few. Listen, and you know it's true. There's
That's
a few
bad.
gue's. Yeah, which you're an awesome guest.
There's been a
He's really
couple of
into-
guests
that aren't-
that I didn't really want on the show.
But
Sure.
it's showbiz, baby.
Baby,
It's fun.
it's the biz, baby. You
Can I
gotta
talk
sex
about it?
it.
Sex
what are the
sells,
chances, What are
baby.
the chances that this specific person is going to be watching?
No,
the
don't
podcast?
talk shit on my
I'm not
episode.
talking shit.
No, like
Don't talk
say
shit on
it.
my episode.
Don't
All right,
talk shit.
next one.
We already have
This is about
enough
me.
bad shit
Next
about
one,
her.
next
Ask me more fucking questions.
It's like
All right.
do not don't bring up anything other than Gabby Bryan.
me.
all right?
This is about me right now.
I was going to ask a terrible question.
Ask it.
Yeah, you say ask me before question, but like which of the many is your favorite genocide?
Oh, Holocaust.
Nice,
Of course.
See, obvious because she's Jewish.
Yeah.
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, dude. what
I'm
the
actually
fuck?
a Jew who does look like a Nazi, so
Yeah.
my allegiance is torn.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised if some Jewish people like the Israelis, blonde haired, blue eyes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
literally, I would have survived.
Yeah, you could have pretended.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I
so
would have
fuck
been
you.
like, come on, look at me, I'm doing what you want. And they would have been like,
You wanna hear
"Yeah,
something
she's
funny?
right.
My grandfather,
was Hitler.
Oh my God, shout out.
grandfather,
I don't
great
support
guy.
the Holocaust, by the way.
Yeah, my grandfather, great guy, but
Painter, amazing painter.
Went
No.
to college. He went to
yeah,
school
he went
for
to art
painting.
school. They kicked him out. He wrote a book. Slaughtered
He's a
millions of
writer.
people. No, anyway, so
Writer.
so basically, no, my grandfather emigrated from Sicily,
Mm-hmm.
but he was 18 during World War II, and the Italians fought on the wrong side for a little while. So
I mean, Italians do not have a good track record.
no, they don't.
don't, those
no,
greasy
they don't. But then
fucks.
again, you can't.
Oh my God.
You're Italian too.
I know,
shitter.
but I'm
You're
more
allowed to
Eastern
say it.
European.
Yeah, he's
Where
more,
in Eastern Europe?
Like Poland?
Bitch, me too.
Hey, give me the high fucking
I'm like
five.
75%.
That hurt my
I'm
body.
like 75%
Just
Southern
arm.
Italian.
That, literally,
Like, oh,
that was
fuck.
hard. I didn't realize how much I don't want to move.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's 11:11. Make a wish.
I wish I had
I
more
wish
than a
this
cider.
podcast would end.
Okay. I'm mad at
Just
you.
kidding. I'm just kidding. But am I though?
Wait, I didn't finish my wish.
No,
in my
he
brain.
actually, it doesn't matter if you were here. It doesn't matter if like fucking anyone was here. He just doesn't give a shit.
Do you want to hear something so
Oh,
embarrassing?
I love,
Tell me.
yeah, let's hear
Every
it.
time it turns 11:11, I'm always like, I want to fall in love this year.
I love.
You're like,
It's like the most basic wish.
please, God, I can't.
I'm like,
lonely.
I hope I find my soulmate this year. Just dead serious in my head.
no, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not that sad.
I mean, I see like I was reading some articles and someone said I don't know the right wording, all right, but someone said like you're criminally single or something like that, or like
Me?
back in your like I don't know what your status is now, but I don't think that's such a bad thing about being single. I've been single for a while and it feels fucking good.
I'm a world famous single is what I call myself.
World
Think
famous.
at the world.
Being single is so people don't talk about how being single is actually so fun.
Yeah.
Like in
Not
this-
right now, because, I mean, well, at least during
still think it
coronavirus,
is.
it wasn't that fun. I don't
No,
think.
it is.
No.
No,
No.
you're wrong.
No, you know what?
No.
We're all single here. There's no need to yell.
I actually was in a dead serious relationship for all of quarantine in the beginning. I was in a dead serious relationship for 7 months during quarantine.
Tattoo guy.
Tattoo guy, you stalker, you fucking freak, you stalked me.
Fucking freak.
I didn't do anything creepy. I just like looked up your social and got your like credit card number. But
I got,
Okay, you can
I got
have
your
it.
social security number.
You can just take
I'm in
my
the
credit.
process of stealing your identity.
Love
I'm
it.
just gonna
Love
use
to
it to
hear
buy
it.
like like Fortnite or something, like some new
Fortnite?
skins.
Shut the fuck up, Max.
No, keep going. Though. What are you saying?
Nerd. What was I saying? Yeah, I was in a dead serious relationship during it. I have to say, being in a relationship is too much work. And then we broke up.
Yeah,
Now I'm
well, I mean,
single.
too much work how?
Because it's so, I mean, I was dating a high maintenance person, so
Yeah.
I think it's more on the relationship.
Yeah.
But
You're low maintenance.
I am low maintenance. I am not jealous. It is literally a breeze to date me. This is an ad, by the way.
Take an application.
Guys, she's on. What are you on? Tinder?
No, I don't have.
Not on Tinder. Is
I
she
have
on Bumble?
Raya. I'm on Raya.
Raya?
I'm
Sponsored
on
by
Hinge.
Raya.
I just made a Hinge profile.
Hinge
Let's
is cool.
go. Go on.
Hinge
fucking
has-
Hinge.
Hinge is good in New York. Like, in New York
I'm shocked.
specifically. It's good.
I didn't know what Hinge was, and then I learned what it was.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm amazing at podcasting. And I have to say, the most hot people are on Hinge.
It's true.
And then I have Raya, which is like the exclusive one, and it's just all like half artists.
Yeah, no, Hinge is a great app. When I was working in the city, I went on tons of dates, but Bumble is the
Wow,
funniest.
dude, just talking about your dating life, dude. It's so awesome. Keep
bragging,
going.
bragging.
When's the last? I haven't worked in the city in like 6 months. Jesus Christ! Like, what do you think? No, but Bumble's funny because like it's the only app where I could be in bed at like 1:30 in the morning, like going to sleep, and I'll get a message from
From a
this
girl.
girl, and she'll be like, "Hey, you up?" And I'll be like,
women are taking back the culture, the dating culture. It's fucking our time,
Yeah.
okay?
Be like-
We're sending the you up texts.
"Like you up?" I'll be like, "No, I'm not."
Are you sending the dick pic first off, like just out of nowhere?
Do you send dick pics?
No.
Do you send dick pics?
Well, no, I mean, I have, but I don't just send them to
But
people.
how do you frame it? Here's my problem with dick pics.
Yeah, they're really boring.
They're boring and
Yeah.
they're ugly.
Let me just say, what do you think?
It's not like I want, but like,
What do you think is a chick gonna do? She's gonna fucking pleasure herself to a picture of a fucking dick?
A dick
No.
and
no.
your upper hairy thighs?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's for blackmail.
A female, what?
It's for blackmail.
I
Not
know
even
what
that-
meme
no.
you're
I'm
talking
just kidding.
about.
I'm
I
just
know what
kidding.
meme you're
Not
talking
even
about.
then.
It's just, yeah, it's a meme. No.
Listen, a woman, when you receive a nude from a woman, it's like a piece of art.
I
You're
know.
getting body, you're getting the style of the room.
Yeah.
When a guy send a close up of
Yeah.
their dick, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not a doctor.
gotta get
I'm not checking for warts. Like, I want a full body shot. I want abs. I want muscles. I want to see
Yeah.
if your room is clean.
That was in Parks.
I sent one of the funniest nudes ever one time.
What was
I
it?
feel like I shouldn't talk about this.
Why?
Am I gonna get fired? No. All right. Anyway, so
It's your podcast.
I know, but I have another job. So anyway,
Oh.
She's like 13.
This isn't your
dude.
full time job?
so I had those little like face mirrors that
Yeah.
you can turn.
Yes.
So I put that in a spot where it was reflecting on that area as well as the other side of the mirror, which was also reflecting on that area as well as the full size mirror.
That's
so I had-
art.
yeah.
You artsy piece of shit. Did
I
you
know.
go to FIT? That would have
Okay,
worked.
FIT.
no, I don't remember when that was. That was a
Pace?
That was
I
a
don't
while
know.
ago.
I went to Pace.
But
Hey, shout out Pace.
Shout out Pace.
yeah.
What are your everyone? Do you have Hinge?
I don't. I just use
No.
Tinder.
Boring. Bring up your don't use Tinder.
No, I do. Mainly to promote like the podcast and the page.
I do that too on my dating apps. I have my Instagram and I get a lot of followers from it. What are your Hinge questions? Because Hinge is
Oh, my Hinge questions suck because I don't care.
bring them up.
Didn't Colleen try and help you with it? And I had your phone and I was trying to do shit to it.
Yeah, you're trying to fuck
Colleen?
with-
Yeah.
What a
From-
1923 secretary name.
That's New Jersey memes, is Colleen.
So
Oh.
she runs that. I honestly, let me show you my pics on Tinder. This
My
is
pics on Tinder
cool.
are
Let's
really
see.
bad, but my pics on Hinge aren't that bad.
The funniest thing about Hinge is you have to like answer 3 cringy questions.
I know.
I love it.
Damn,
I think
new
it's so
match.
embarrassing.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
my questions are. I know, I hate them.
Okay,
I wish I didn't
let me
have
read
to.
them.
Let me. Yeah.
Let me look at your thing.
I wish you put more pictures on Hinge because I put all my like meme pictures.
Can you say
on
it out
there.
loud? I don't actually
Yeah,
know them.
of course. I get along best with people who like to talk about movies and music.
Yeah.
Gay.
Pussy.
I mean, what am I gonna? Yeah.
Pussy. Keep going.
Give me travel tips for Venice. Always wanted to go.
I have always wanted to go
Okay,
to Venice.
Nicholas
so basic.
Sparks.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Venice.
This is so embarrassing. Okay, I won't
No
shut up
shame.
about Breaking Bad, the Beatles, Christopher Nolan movies. Ew,
Yeah.
you're a pumpkin spice latte.
No, I don't like that
Okay,
stuff.
now let's review your photos.
I put a dog. I put a dog in there. Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not even in it.
First one,
too.
is this your dad?
Yeah, it's my dad.
Okay, dad pic.
Yep.
Heartstrings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do a dad pic, but I had a dad.
Is this also your dad?
Yes.
Okay, too
Double.
many dad pics now.
I know. I don't mean. Yeah.
A picture of a dog with a corona.
Yes.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. You could see how much effort I'm putting in. You should
I
look
have
at my.
to say, you look like none of your pictures in a way. Actually, you look better in real life than these pictures, and I think we need to redo all of
Yeah.
this.
You
like-
should look at my Tinder pictures. It's
Bring it
much
up.
better.
Wait, I'll show her my Tinder
Let's
pics
see.
first. All right, here.
Men are so bad at dating apps.
No, I'm so good. Trust me. Go.
Perfect first picture.
Thanks. You got to
How
read
do
the
I
bio.
swipe
Though.
on
Read
this?
the bio. You press. What does that say?
Sup, beauties. Follow Mom of the County means I idolize. What is it?
Cody Co. Jesus Christ, you don't know Cody Co.
Who is that?
He just did something with Tim Dillon. Jesus Christ. He's
love
like an
Tim.
internet star.
Oh, take that off.
Oh, which one?
The Cody Co thing.
I need that. Girl,
This is a bad picture of you.
It's not.
You're 24 years old.
I am.
How old are you?
23.
What?
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew. Disgusting.
I like to be the youngest person in the room. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're old.
I'm old. This is a bad picture of you.
It's not because it's like I'm better than you.
No,
You
no.
have to
I
re-
mean, like you
yeah,
don't
you
look
look-
like this. You look better in real life.
Damn. All right.
But why do men choose? Like you're half speaking
She's
in this
gonna-
picture.
Yeah,
why
good
do men
point.
choose the worst
Well, no,
pictures?
do you read the caption? It says, if you don't have 10K Instagram followers, don't speak to me.
But you can't even see it. It's cut off.
Well, that's the part of it. All right, keep going.
That's
keep
so
going.
bad.
Just
what
keep going.
the fuck?
Keep going, Gabby. Keep going.
She's gonna have like a fucking aneurysm when she sees the pictures I put on.
This is a
Tinder.
great picture of both of you, and you should both have this on yours.
That was the.
see a
I didn't.
turtleneck?
I didn't like that
My
podcast.
turtleneck.
I think
on
you
there.
look amazing in this. There's a lot of upper thigh in almost an aggressive way.
I do that.
But
on
I feel like
purpose.
it's almost like
I'm gonna do a tats
dominance.
There. Yeah, keep going.
don't get tats there for
I
the
am.
love of God.
I am.
There's an anime meme. Bad.
No, it's just I'm drawing a virgin. Don't move.
Yeah, but you you upload things and then it's cut off. You can't even see
That's the
what it
funny
says.
part. She doesn't understand.
Wait, is
You know
the
what I
wait?
mean?
Is, wait, is
I'm
the,
drawing a
the fish
virgin.
one coming up?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, girls are looking at this and they're like,
Keep going.
Everyone, come on,
Keep going.
calling
Fuck you.
people, calling their friends over to be like, what?
They love it.
Another bad picture of you.
I look
Horrible
good though.
lighting.
I look
Get
good
fuck out of
though.
there. Get fuck out of there.
It's
It's
a
a good
bad
picture. It's a
you
good
have
picture.
a tiny necklace on. That's a bad idea. This necklace is better. This is a bad. You
That's-
have like a weird emblem on your necklace, and then
It's an Italian horn. You hate Italians too.
I hate Italians.
You hate Jews.
We're both Italian.
Italians.
Jesus.
no, I love Italians. Another cutoff meme.
Wait, are you a girl?
You can't even read what it says.
That's the
What
joke
is
of
wrong?
it. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, guys make this mistake all the time. No, this is actually
Group picture.
Group
Oh my
picture.
God, which guy is he? It's not like I didn't see the picture.
What are you trying to prove with this?
That I
That you
have,
have friends.
boys, all right. That and
Kill yourself.
we slay at Porta. It's over. We all leave separate chicks.
I actually
different
just felt
cars.
my heart stop when you said I slay at Porta.
Slay's like a girl thing. We pull it.
Another.
What is the last one?
I mean, okay, now I'm seeing the caption. It says, "Guess which D-bag I am." Fuck Porta. That's funny. I'm actually coming back around and saying that's funny.
Thank you. See, Gabby understands.
This is funny. Now this should be your one funny picture. You need to work on your ratio.
I don't take it seriously. All right.
Yes, you do.
Who takes Tinder seriously?
All right, hold on. So now my
blurry
caption.
picture of Patrick. This makes you look like a fucking crazy person. This is
You can see it so well.
All right. So you're gonna get.
You look like a sociopath. That needs to be complete. Wipe clean and start over, dude.
So you're gonna get my ratio very easily because my caption is 3 actual photos and 6 shit posts.
Okay.
Enjoy. So there's 3 actual photos. The one you already saw.
Great picture, but this is a blurry picture of you.
Yeah, I know. Well, nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, there is. Upload a new picture.
No. I like that. I like that picture.
This is in your control.
Yeah.
Let me see what's
Great picture. This should be your first picture.
Yeah.
Remember that when you're keep in mind.
Keep in
this
mind.
is a TED Talk.
Yeah.
When you're swiping on all this shit, you look at the first picture
Yeah,
and that
go.
determines everything.
Yeah.
So no one is gonna see this and be like, "Oh, he likes records. How
No,
interesting."
you'd be surprised.
Well,
On Hinge,
what is
that's
that?
my
Is that
best
Beatles
seller.
album right there?
No, it's 4 albums.
It's really.
Yeah.
This is a bad picture of you.
Yeah,
No
I know.
offense.
Yeah.
High
now they
offense.
get good.
Take offense.
This is now we're getting funny.
What is?
This is just someone's business headshot.
That's Reggie.
That's great. I think I'm going to go through and then I'll give you my notes. This not funny.
Oh, you don't like?
Yes, it is.
Wow, that
Basic.
is funny.
A minion fucking
No,
thing.
it's not
real.
actually from the movie.
That's funny. Now we're showing body.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
interesting.
See?
You always got to show
What is
body.
this?
That was at Brian's house. It's me
This is
inside of a basketball hoop.
All right, I didn't ever
What
see
is
that.
this? He just looked at it so inquisitively.
Like, oh,
what is
he
this?
looks nice.
Yeah, I was like gonna say shirtless.
Bad picture of you.
Yeah, I know.
That was
it's
an
a shit
AC.
post.
But no. You look bad.
Yeah,
But you don't look like this. So why is it on your dating app?
Because it's one of the shit posts.
No, there's no. That's a culture
keep going.
that's purely for men.
Yeah,
That's funny, but you can't really tell it's you.
yeah. I broke my leg that night.
And another body post. Interesting.
Yeah.
This
was
needs to
in
be
New York.
reworked, but you're farther along than you are.
Bro. All right, let me just. I'm gonna wait
Is
for
there a
Gabby.
bio?
Well, yeah. What's the bio?
Yeah, no, it's the caption.
3 actual photos, then 6 shit posts. Enjoy. I don't know, I've never heard the term shit post before.
They're just memes. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
they're,
like
like,
really
really
memes.
Unserious.
Yeah, women don't like
Joking.
that.
But also,
Well,
I'm not
Are
trying.
you trying to say that this is for you?
This is all for me. It's for my own
well, that's what
vanity,
he's
my
gonna
own
turn
ego.
That's
into
art.
in like 5
I mean,
years.
look at Reggie. I mean, that business picture is amazing.
I love it.
Tell me that that's not the best.
Yeah,
That's
no.
the best photo.
We need to reorder. This needs to be the first picture. This needs to be the second picture.
Yes.
This needs to be the third picture.
Yes, because that is what I look like.
We
actually.
take that picture off.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Can you make that the first picture?
Can I make
We take that picture off.
Can Reggie be the first picture?
Yeah, no.
instead?
Reggie's gonna be the first.
I mean, that'd be
picture.
funny. We absolutely burned this photo. You look horrible.
Bro, that was an AC, dude. That was a fun night.
That
And
was a fun night.
I mean, if you're going for Jersey douchey, that's
Yeah.
kind of serving.
That's
the
why
best.
it's in there because it's
Was
a
that- where was
joke.
that?
That was in
New York?
upstate New York. Yeah.
I would. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, you know what,
believe
Gabby?
you're 23.
I didn't invite you on the podcast for you just to shit on my life. All
Yes,
right?
you did.
You know what?
That's
that
exactly
shit
what we
works
did.
with plenty of chicks who are like.
Do you like that
19.
shit
The fact that you
polls, man?
just said chicks is insane. By the way,
That shit polls.
Shit
man.
works, bro.
shit works with chicks all the time.
Dude, you know what my chill to pull ratio is? Like a 5 to 5.
What does
You
that
know,
mean?
you know what that means?
No.
So it's like an old Jimmy Tate or another YouTuber. Chilling is like chilling with the bros.
Right, sure. I don't-
Pulling
yeah.
is getting girls. So the perfect ratio is a 5 to 5. And if you could,
Buddy, you're
if you can
always-
get that,
5 yes and
5 to
no.
5. No, you don't know what that means. Just
Yours
the
would be like
perfect
a-
one is 5 to
your-
5.
yours would
Mine's
be-
like a 6 to
What
6.
does it mean?
You never hang out with us though.
You don't have, what? I went out last night. You didn't.
Where'd you
Yeah,
go?
you have a fun
I was
time.
there- I went to in Red Bank, Red Rock.
Oh, that's fun.
Or actually, Tommy's Tavern too.
Yeah.
Sure.
So bangs. But
So bangs.
listen, I'm not.
So
bangs,
I'm not
bro.
here. I'm not here to take shit. You know. So all
Yes,
this.
you are. That's why I'm here. That's
Yeah.
why you had me on this podcast.
she's a
Forget the
comedian, of course she's
forget
gonna
the
make fun of us.
Forget the comedian shit. All right.
comedian
she just
shit.
came on.
No one cares about that.
No, she just came on. To
I'm here as an
literally
artist, not a
destroy us.
comic.
Oh God,
True.
leave.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna edit my profile. I might add a few more memes, but I don't take it.
Don't add more
seriously.
memes. The whole point of this
I
was
don't
saying take away memes.
I don't
So
take
wait.
it seriously. Are you fucking taking? Oh my gosh, dude! Are you trying to do blackface? You cannot do that.
I'm not Justin Trudeau. Chill, okay?
Did Justin Trudeau do black?
He did. Oh my god, piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
What were we talking about? I forgot.
Tinder and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no. Are my meme posts funnier than his?
They're both bad. To
You
be
said
honest,
that the Reggie one was funny.
the Reggie one's not a meme. It's a funny photo.
Yeah, but if you know who he is, it's a meme.
All right, you know what?
All right.
Who is he?
He's just this online, and he worked at Nintendo. He was like the face
one
of
knows that.
Nintendo America.
All right, you know what?
Oh, that's okay. No, that's actually funny.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one girl, and I do have some people like, oh my god, I love Cody Co too, and that's such a move. He's one of the most liked internet people in the world. Some people are like, wow, that Patrick Star meme, so wet.
So what?
Trust me, it's
I
happened
promise
like
you-
dozens of times.
I promise you, she said she was with her friends. She said, wouldn't it be funny if I said that Patrick meme makes me so wet?
Yeah, and then guess what? Joke's on you when she came over in my imagination and didn't actually happen.
I'm scared for
so.
you right now. I'm being scared. I'm actively scared for you.
Okay, with that being said,
He was telling me not to give him a hard time on this podcast, but he's making it hard for himself.
But she can.
Like, the
'Cause
shit
she's
that you're
funny about
saying,
it.
the shit
She's
that you're
funny
saying
about it. It's jokes.
Yeah, okay.
It's jokes, baby.
It's
jokes,
jokes.
baby.
I'm
It's the
gonna go
base.
chill out with my chicks later. Okay?
Chicks, we're going to
Yeah,
Look-
Patrick Star makes chicks so wet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to DJ's.
Baby
Go outside
Patrick
the line.
Star. Baby
Yeah,
Patrick
it's a
Star.
baby Patrick. It's a deformed baby
All
Patrick.
right.
Gabby,
Oh,
is
man.
I'm
there,
scared.
Gabby, is there anything you want to plug before
Yeah.
we end this episode?
Yeah, I want everyone to follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to be an influencer. I'm trying to actually quit comedy, quit the business other than being an influencer. So follow me on Instagram at Gabby is Bryan. And I have a Twitter too. Follow me on Twitter.
Okay.
Listen to my podcast, Unabashed Podcast.
Yeah.
For all you idiots out there, you know what that means? It means like not embarrassed.
Yeah, it means like
I thought you were gonna like
go for it.
It means smart.
It means like it's cool. It means like very cool.
It means like pretty chill. Don't look it up. Just take my word for it, Monmouth County.
All of Monmouth County.
Okay, so we're gonna end out this podcast. Jared, do you have anything to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Just change that Tinder,
Yeah.
buddy. All right,
Yeah,
mine's
fix
cool.
it.
Mine's cool though. Ladies, check out, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching the 22nd episode of the MCM Podcast. Once again, my name is Max.
JR.
D-Bag JR and Gabby,
I'm
of
Gabby
course.
Bryan.
Thank you for coming on, guys. Like, subscribe, send all your friends. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Woo.